everybody, and welcome back to DreadCraft. Uh, I remember very vaguely what we did last time. Hold on, let me teleport over to this bed real quick. Oh, what? I got an achievement for that? Huh. Okay, that's cool. Where was I? Oh yes, let me sit back down in my chair. So, last time we went ahead and started the castle aesthetic of the base. We started a mine, we got some farms done, we got ourselves a front door, which was pretty cool, actually. That's going to be very helpful for later. Uh, we did a lot of stuff. So I figure I couldn't really decide in my mind which way I wanted to go. For the most part, but I think we're gonna do two things. Firstly, Carter, we need you. We need to get you a friend. What friend specifically? So I figured out. Let me come on over up to her. Okay, so never mind. For some reason, I can't. Okay, well, I was going to say, I figured out how to move NPCs, but I guess that seems to only really be in creative. Or I'm just really doing it wrong. Maybe I can't do it with the shield. Nah, I did figure it out. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and move our other friends, the old man from, trying to find it, here, from over here to our home, because put bluntly, walking all the way from our house to this to his survivor house, it just takes too long. I mean, we haven't needed to do it yet, granted, but that does not mean we don't need to. And I just figure it'll be a short, quick adventure. In and out, 15 minutes, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Let me get some more water and some food. And then do I have anything in here? Wow, I forgot to sort out my inventory space. I will be right back. I'm gonna sort all this stuff. Alright, well, that took me a second. How did you spawn up here? Okay. I don't know how that guy managed to get up here. Little concerning, but okay. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so here we are. We're at the base. Something tells me just like random stuff really, but ooh. Huh. Hold on. So we're gonna grab this stuff because it seems to be immersive lecture or immersive engineering, should I say. So I don't know when we'll use it. Actually, we may end up using it at the end of this video. Or at least at some point in this video. It's gonna be one of those. Bag. Sure, the button. Actually, no, I'm just gonna throw this in here. Okay, so let's go grab that old man, shall we? Because it says this is immersive engineering, but I don't think I'll need it, so I'm going to choose to ignore it. Alright, let's see. Aha, we can pick him up. I'm noticing we're a little slow, though, when we do so. So this is going to have to be a very careful mission. Just make sure I didn't leave anything. Alright. Time to transport the old man back to the base. This is going to take forever. Alright, well, we got him back. I'm not gonna lie. Kinda took me a minute. So we got the ammo, the lead, the gunpowder, the guns, and the pistol assembly / SMG assembly parts. plus leather, white wool, and bone meal for money. And then this guy. So beer, we can trade alcohol for gunpowder, lead, whole bunch of ammo, money for healing items, including water, which is not half bad, and then money blocks for pistol assembly parts and the blueprint. Which, if we compare them, how does that hold out? Wow, the pistol assembly parts blueprint is 32 blocks, money blocks with her. That's not what I meant to do. And it's 4 money blocks with him. What the fuck? You're trying to scam me. How dare you? You would stay in there. I can't believe this. How could they? How could they? How could they scam me like this? That's crazy. I gotta find a better space for this rotten flesh. I'm sure I can use it for something. I just don't know what off the top of my head. But yeah, no, that is genuinely kind of crazy, though. It's like, what the heck? I cleared out this place first, and you're gonna give me the charged up prices? Like, what? Oh, it's so dumb. Anyway, I've decided what we're doing today. Quest book. Here we go. Let me sit back down on my couch for ease of access. But settling down, so here we are. We got our base. We're gonna head and claim this iron pickaxe. This is gonna be a base spot. So we need to start looking into the 2 tech things here. We can look at the loot stuff, which is, oh wow, I guess I already got this. Many components needed to set up both crate and immersive engineering's power generation can be looted in the city. For now, the simplest power sources would be water wheels for crate and thermoelectric generators for immersive engineering. A list of all available power generation methods and how to set them up can be found in the power generation chapter, which we are going to see soon enough. And refined storage, which I'm not even going to touch yet because I don't know anything about it. Blast brick. How do I get magma blocks? Well, magma cream, yeah, but like, where do I get those? Immersive engineering allows for the production of steel from iron, a tier 3 material. If you have an established base, setting up steel production will make exploring further much easier. The steps to produce steel can be found in the basics and advanced materials chapter. So, ooh, there's an actual animal pin? Oh, that's kind of cool. You can craft animal pins to compact large herds of animals into a single block. Not only is this better performance, it allows for easier interaction and harvesting. Okay, that's big. We're gonna have to get to that later at some point. Let's see here. Survival, no. Parkour, no. Here it is, the basics. So this is gonna be the introduction to technology. Lordy lord. Time to get your thinking hats on. Many of the more advanced materials in this mod pack can be manufactured instead of looted. To do this, you will require the use of 2 tech mods, Crate and Immersive Engineering. Note, while this guidebook will walk you through the basics, it is recommended to use either the in-game guides for the respective mods or learn them from online. Well, that's a very nice suggestion. Bacon sandwich. What do I want to start with? Because it's either immersive or crate. I feel like immersive is going to be the easier one to start with. Crate, from what I've seen, is a nightmare for early game stuff. Or at least a nightmare as in, like, the creations I've seen from it are insane. But anyway, you get a multi-block, and you get a multi-block. You get a multi-block, and you get a multi-block. Sorry, I didn't do that in the right voice the first time. Here we go. Immersive engineering is crucial in creating and automating late-game materials. It is recommended you consult their manual if you're ever stuck about how to use a machine, and we get the engineer's manual. I guess that is an infinite, like, in case you need it thing. So we get 2 things. It looks like we get 2 tools, the wire cutters and the hammer. How to use either of those is sort of going to be beyond me. But I am worried about clay. So we can crush it, but we need to do crate for that. We can bulk wash it, crate, milling, crate, cutting board deploying, crate kitchen. Okay, cutting board. Uh, sure. Or immersive engineering, which is just clay to clay balls through a crusher. I don't even know what a crusher is, though it does sound cool. We're gonna hold off, I think, for like 2 minutes. But we're gonna have to find clay is the problem. So I suppose we're gonna have to go look at a river or something, or some water source. Ooh, a swamp. I think you can find a whole bunch of clay in there, which would be very nice. The only problem is I don't know how long of a trek it is, or if it even has any clay. But we're gonna sleep again, so we can get through the night, and we can figure it out regardless, which will be very big. Though, for a second, I'm gonna have to figure out some of the basics of immersive, so I'm gonna need like 2 minutes for that. Alright, well, I have some good news and some bad news. Firstly, good news. I understand the general baseline of immersive engineering and the and it's like general sort of progression line. Problem. I feel like the bad news, I guess, is more accurate. I know less, I feel, than I did when I started. Which I mean, good and bad. What the hell's that? Oh my god, it's like a third person mode. That's crazy. So I understand and I understand less at the same time. Um, so, you know, good and bad things, all things considered. Let's go ahead and make the start of the engineering stuff. There's no way I'm gonna need nearly as many as those, but let's see, string I think it said for the hammer, iron. I'm just gonna grab a whole boatload. Uh, wire cutters. Oh, okay, that's cool. And oh yeah, all right. Well, that's straightforward at least. Let's see. Engineering's hammer. That's good. Was this? No, it's the other way around, I think. Yeah, here it is. And the wire cutters. Oh, wow. Okay. That felt like a lot of items. Or it's just all of the items from the, from what I was going to get previously. So, maybe it works out. What is the sandwich? I was hoping that would be like, oh yeah, you ate the sandwich, so you get a whole bunch of hearts now. I mean, I got some, but still. On the plus side, the engineering stuff it's straightforward. What? I thought I just did I get the chicken sandwich and the bacon sandwich? Huh. Okay. I didn't realize I got two sandwiches. Interesting, but not necessarily terrible. What was that? It looked like it was moving very fast. Oh, it's something being attacked. Okay. The basics. Here we go. So we can claim this, an iron plate, and copper wire. I'm not 100%. I'm like, I know somewhat of what those are about. So I need sandstone. I don't know where I even found sandstone. Are you sandstone? Huh. You are sandstone. Okay. So I can just harvest it from the roads. Well, at least that's good. Weird, I guess, but good. So I need clay so I can get coke bricks, and then the coke oven. which is fairly straightforward. The schematic table, treated wood. And then creosote for the treated wood, and then coal coke as a byproduct. So we are gonna have to go on an adventure. An adventure over to the swamp. Okay, well on the plus side, it does seem like this swamp is rather large. At least from a outside looking inside point of view. Ooh, it's a pretty tree. Slate. Don't know what I can do with that. Let me check my map. Okay, so actually the swamp is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I was a bit deceived. Trumpet log from cork. Ooh. Okay, so there is some clay here. At the very least. I need to get a sip of water in a second. So. Let's get this as well. Alright, whole bunch of clay. Which is good. I'm sure we can probably use something in this biome for something. What is this? Well, that's a dragonfly, but looks like what's supposed to be a ruined portal? Well, at the very least, we know this is a rather large body of water with at least some clay, gravel, and stuff. I'm not certain why this is here. Oh, hey! More hearts. Nice. I'm noticing no portal. I know they said the nether and end are completely disabled, but I'm gonna harvest this. I don't know when I'm gonna need netherrack and magma blocks. That's why I didn't put my other one away. Okay, wow, I am on fire. Let me go sit underneath the water for a minute. I guess this swamp, or maybe the netherrack itself, or the magma blocks, perhaps? But it's, like, really hot right here, and I don't know if that's, like, biome or just the magma blocks or something, I don't know. Either way, I do know... well, my temperature doesn't seem to be rapidly increasing as far as I can tell, so I think it was the magma blocks. They're probably really hot. No dirt, yeah, obviously they're hot. They're magma. But no, in a more of a environmental way. I think from what I could see, we did need like magma blocks and netherrack and stuff for some of the immersive engineering stuff. So this does help a bit. It's just a matter of how much it helps. And I can't see anything under this water. I can only imagine how cold we're going to get now that the sun's going down and we're sitting in water. But we get a whole bunch of netherrack, so I'm not complaining. I mean, I will start complaining when we start freezing, obviously, but until then, I'm not complaining. Wonder if we can get calamari from killing the squid. I'm tempted to find out, but I think I'm going to just not. Alright, well we gotta oh wow, that's a very high temperature increase. Okay. Let's head back home. I think we got a decent amount of clay. Gotta check my bag. Yeah, 2 stacks. It's not too bad. Plus, we can just literally come back in 2 minutes Ooh, carrots. Nice. I got distracted a little easily, but I mean carrots. Wild carrots. We had like one in the base, so it certainly increases our stockpile. I still don't know what water grass is like good for, or if it even has any use at all. But regardless, smooth. Well, if we need quartz, we can probably get it from the tunnels at least. It's hard to tell where is like land area and where isn't with all these reeds and water grass and stuff. So we're just gonna ignore it. I feel is the way to go. Alright, well, with us back, we certainly got some work done. We got a whole bunch of clay, we got some carrots randomly, magma blocks, netherrack, not half bad, I think the netherrack's gonna be one of those later things of the group, but it's still not half bad for the moment, so that's not terrible. What was I going to do in here? I don't know. Alright, this is going to be one of those pause moments while I try to remember what was going on in the engineering manual thing. Alright, I figured it out. So, it's simpler than I thought it was, and also kind of more difficult than I thought it was, but, you know, it sort of comes with a playbook. So, I'm gonna, I don't know the math conversion rates, but I am, however, going to do clay balls for the clay, and then we need bricks, and then some sandstone for the clay balls and the bricks. So if it's 3 each, and we need 5, we get 5, so we need to bake like 2 groupings of sandstone. So about 8 bricks, more or less. And I can come up here. Actually, let me just check my chest. I might have some sandstone in here. I do! Glorious! I didn't have to go anywhere. So, this will get done, and we can, oven... Coke oven. Coke bricks. Oh, wow. That's a lot more than I thought it was. Oops. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to mind you the manual way then. Is 5 blocks with 4 equals 1? Yeah, no, it does. Sorry. Quick math is not my specialty. If that wasn't clear. Alright. Coke bricks. So, bricks, even more bricks, coke bricks, and then the coke oven, which we're going to have to find space for. I figure we do it outside somewhere, obviously, but I just don't know specifically where I'd want to put it. So, three for the one more. We're gonna need more sandstone. Great. I think we're gonna need more sandstone regardless. So, since 3 is already in there, I'll put another 4. I'll just throw in 16. That'll be more than enough, I'm sure. We're probably gonna need more later at some point. Okay, before I forget, let me go ahead and just pop a healing thing for each limb. There we go. Much better. I'll explain where the black sandstone came from, what did I say? I'll just clear up the road over here, I guess. Oh. Zombie police officer. You can't get back into the station, I'm sorry. You lost your life privileges. Oh god. Okay. And like mentally, I was like, huh. I don't know what happens to that crawler, but I didn't think about it long enough before he hit me. I don't know how much of this stuff we're gonna need total, but I'm just gonna get like 41? Yeah, 41 should be fine. If I need more than 41, I can just come back down here. It'll take me, what, 2 seconds? To you guys, it might just be 2 seconds. The editor does amazing work, so it's very possible. Coke brick. 23! Dang it. So we need a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have enough. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's hot. That's really hot. Holy moly. I didn't realize the furnace was that hot. Maybe it's because it's summer, I guess. But I just did not realize it was that hot. Okay. Huh, that's interesting. Completely unrelated to what we're doing right now, but interesting regardless. We are 1 off. Oh, that is... Oh, that's angering. Need some of this carrot. Yeah, that's definitely infuriating. If I stand too close, I'll start to burn. There we go. And with that, we have enough. I'm gonna let it finish, I guess. I don't really see the reason why not to. I find it interesting that we have an odd amount of clay now, but oh well. Let's go stand in the rain for a minute. I'm sure that'll help cool us down a bit. Where do I want to put this coke oven? And I guess here would do. It's not too far. It's not really in the way, and it's not too far outside of the way, so... Oops. I'll fix that in like 2 seconds. And click middle, and we did it! Concentrated carbon. So we got ourselves a coke oven, which is nice. So we can go ahead and go in and claim that. Which is a bit of XP. I mean, whatever. Oh well. It's not too much stuff, but regardless, we get a bucket of creosote for a bucket of creosote. And then we need treated wood planks, which we'll get a whole bunch of, hopefully. Alright, so I'm just gonna make you into regular bricks. Or a regular brick, I guess. I don't know. Coke bricks do make a good aesthetic look, at least. I believe it's this. We'll put you right here, sure. So we'll come up here, come back over to the coke oven, place the coal in, and okay, coal for coke. Is this supposed to be fast? I don't understand. done something wrong. Okay, so I figured it out. The answer is, it's just slow. Which puts a damper on things a little bit. And also gives me a goal. Make more of those ovens. At least one more. If I can double this up, this would be so much faster. I'm realizing that I did, however, take all of the coal and put it in there. Which, in hindsight, is not the smartest idea. But totally fair, all things considered. So anything else I could think of using the oak logs as fuel instead. That's bothersome, but not entirely unexpected. But we can work with it. Also, I'm stoked. Stupid warm season making everything too hot. Well, I guess we can look on our crops for a bit. Do a little bit of harvesting if we need to. 1 tomato, okay. 2, 3. I think we just got rotten. Sucks. Whole bunch of tomatoes. Nice. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I need a way to turn these spare seeds and maybe rotten tomatoes, I don't know, we will have to see, into more bone meal. And I can't remember the block specifically to do that. Composter? Yeah, compost. So slabs. Okay. I mean, look, this is going to take a while for each one, as far as I can tell. So we need more than one. Oh, and there goes my feed health. Great. Composter. So we're going to make a composter until then. Because, actually, do I have slabs? I do have slabs. Glorious. Huh. Cool. So, we're going to put this composter next to the farm. There are no villagers, so we don't have to worry about that. At least. Can I use rotten tomatoes? I can! Glorious. And since I can just grow these to full-on bushes, it's going to be even awesomer. Awesomer, he says. Alright, let's check on the... Oh, wow. Okay. So I guess it's because it was in a big group. And we have creosote oil. Let's go ahead and get a bucket. Actually, let's get both buckets. And go ahead and grab that. That creosote. And we get a free bucket. 1 of creosote and 2 just in general. Don't drink this. No, I don't think I would want to drink it, but a fair warning. Free bucket, nice. Coke, 1 gives us 15 more, which is pretty cool. Mass torch production. Wow, we just got 64 free torches. And then treated wood. So we take regular wood and surround it with creosote. Or creosote and surround it by wood, should I say. Let's see. Torch. I want to check what it was talking about when it said torch. Oh! If we use 3 sticks and some wool and a bucket of creosote, we can make 12 torches. Huh. I mean, hey, that's not half bad. It's pretty good, actually. I feel like I'm gonna run out of plaster in a minute. With all the injuries I have to heal over and over and over again repetitively. But, oh well. It's just gonna have to be one of those things. But we got coal coke, which, I mean, apparently can smelt double in comparison to regular coal, which is not actually half bad. Let's use up this. Do I have enough for 3? I do. Glorious. Treated wood. Treated wood. And treated wood. Nice. So I got 24. Which is certainly not bad. I wonder if I can combine this wood with other types of wood. I need to do some housekeeping in between videos to get rid of all of these, like, random furniture items. I really do. And it also reminds me of what I was going to do. It reminds me that I needed to find the clay, and I was going to make a secondary oven. Well, that's a dramatic way to have that start burning, but it's still pretty cool. So, let me check the coke brick. Let's see. So smooth. Okay, that's what I need. Black sandstone. Treated wood. I'm not 100% certain what to do with treated wood, but I know we can make sticks out of it, and that's about as much as I know. Nice. So with that, we got the first step done. Done creosote. Apparently we can turn that into phenolic resin. I don't. Okay. I think. This seems like a lot of stuff, and I'm not 100% certain I understand it. Though I do understand that I can apparently make gunpowder from sulfur dust and charcoal. This gunpowder, pinch of gunpowder. Okay. Planting trees, then logs, and then charcoal, and then apparently I can turn blaze rods into sulfur dust. Not 100% certain how to... Oh, crusher. Okay. Which could give me even more blaze powder than it would usually do. I'm pretty sure it's 2 per blaze rod. Which, considering we can get recycling, we can do a metal press mold to turn blaze rods, from what I can guess, into, or blaze powder into blaze rods. Huh. It's pretty cool. We can just get infinite sulfur dust from it. Since you crush blaze rods in a crusher to get it. Or most commonly, anyway. That's cool. Hold on. Apparently, cobblestone, right. Cobblestone can be turned into gravel. Sand, into sand, sandstone, nitrate dust, and then the final assembly. Or we can find mineral veins through an industrial miner. Huh. I'm noticing there's quite a few different machines, which if I go ahead and take out engineering's manual, or engineer's manual, Let's see. Alloy kiln, crude blast furnace, improved blast furnace, and slag recycling. Which makes little sense to me, but I'm sure it means something. Concrete? Huh. Which we can use slag to use. And it looks like a very interesting construction block. Which is not bad. Clinker bricks, don't know what that's about. Engineered lighting, lanterns and stuff, that's cool. Multi-block constructions. Don't know what that's about. There's a silo and a tank for holding, I assume, different liquid stuffs. Hold on. Garden cloche. This is something I want to get. So we need glass. We need iron mechanical components, treated wood, and an incandescent light bulb. And this will pretty much give us like infinite amounts of food and hemp and pretty much anything else I can think of off the top of my head. Which is absolutely golden. It would be fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and go... We'll start that and we'll leave it to run. In the meantime, we'll come over here and check this. Okay. Looks like you can only do it until it gets to the max amount of creosote oil. I wonder how, like, big the, treated wood plank stuff is. Because it seems to do the coal coke in groupings. And you can only fill it up to the max of the creosote oil grouping. Which, I'm just going to go ahead and start the second one. So we need one more there, and we can get another coke oven. And I think we're going to need a room for this. More than like an actual area, we're going to need like a room to store all the items and stuff for it. Which, I mean, shouldn't be too hard. I figure we can use the treated wood, I think, just for building blocks. Need more food. I'm gonna have to do some adventuring or something. To figure out like some cooking recipes or stuff. I probably should look into the cooking stuff. Because if I can make these tomatoes something even better, that would be golden. Maybe I can make like a BLT or something. I'm sure I can make stuff with the tomato stock. Or with tomatoes, like tomato sauce or something. I probably want to taste these videos. But, that's going to have to wait for next episode. I think. Actually, I'm gonna finish off that coke oven. And then that's going to be the end of the episode. Because I don't want to leave that just halfway done. I think we're going to use this office area out here for the moment. Wow. So it's got its own little shelving area. And it can be used as a crafting table. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, that's definitely cool. Right, let's finish this up. We'll put the sandstone in there. In case we need more coke bricks or anything. No, I forgot the hammer. Oh, there's a beautiful rainbow. And just like that, I'm gonna take this, shove you in here, so you can continue. And the creosote is going to be something I need to remove from this one. But beautiful rainbow, nice sunrise. I think that will be where we ended off today. And of course, an annoying neighbor next door. Two annoying neighbors next door. Well, sometimes you just have bad neighbors, I guess. Next episode. What are we gonna do next episode? I think. Actually don't know. I haven't thought about it. I guess we can do some more exploring. We unlocked a whole bunch of area up in the north that we haven't seen before. I figure we can clear out another police station or two. Yeah, we'll clear out this police station up here. We'll clear out this one over here. Clear out this hospital. We'll just clear out a whole bunch of stuff in the nearby area so we don't have to, like, deal with it if we can avoid it. And we'll do a little bit of engineering, immersive engineering at the end of it. Depends on how much time it takes up. Or maybe we'll do none of that. It's hard to say. The me of now deciding this is a little different from the me of whenever I decide to actually record, you know, when I decide to record that video. But that's fine. It happens like that sometimes. Luckily for us, we have some time, and we are going to certainly enjoy ourselves. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. The immersive engineering stuff is pretty cool. And that ore detector drill thing that it mentioned, along with this garden cloche, which will be absolutely massive when it comes to, like, food stuff. Plus the animal pens that we saw. That's going to be really big, and that's going to be pretty promising for the future. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I certainly found it very interesting. Plus, we got ourselves, you know, two new friends over there. Our two survivor friends are now, you know, talking, since they're now forced in that small enclosed area. Maybe we'll do something about that. But it'll have to be a different time if we decide to do so. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Dragon Man out.